Welcome back guys to part 2 making a vintage room in Blender, and you can see the final result how it turned out. Without any further ado, let's get started. So in part 1 I finished by adding area light for TV, but now I'll replace that TV with an asset because this is looking nice to me. You can model your own. I showed you in the previous video, you can watch that. I added in the iCard above, and this asset is downloaded from polyhaven.com, so check out, it is a great website. You can find models, HDRI, textures and all CC0 license, so you can use them anywhere you want. So I will fill the room with asset. I added all of them in my asset browser so I can use them in this scene. I want a picture over here, and the good thing is when you add asset from asset browser, it snap and align rotate as per the surface. One thing weird though, I have image parented to frame, but when I drag an image, it comes with a frame, but when I drag the frame, the image don't come with it. Let's add a table for some decorative stuff and then add decorative stuff. I'll add this vase and change its texture. I think it will look better in here. For the shelf, just cube project and done. So I downloaded this encyclopedia asset, and for ready to use I separated them in different blend files and created these variations so I can quickly fill out the shelf without too much repetition. This is how it looks when I added the screen texture I made on to this TV. I have many assets, so I am just finding and filling the scene with them. I downloaded all of this personally for this scene, but I can use them anywhere now. This shelf also done in the same process, but this time I have magazine instead of the encyclopedia. The room is small for the camera, so I made it large on the x-axis so I can cover more space. If you are placing asset in your scene, don't hesitate to experiment with composition. In the end, it will look good when you place and make a good composition. For creating a contrast in the scene, I added orange light in the corner. Later I'll add a lamp for that, and this cabinet is hard to put on a good spot. So I just place it on many area and find it a good position for that. Some plants over here for some decorative stuff. Time to design a roof. Just little touch make it look good. I love these plant assets. How good they are looking. For the orange light, I added lamp, otherwise it will look bad an orange light floating in the corner out of nowhere. I just wanna see Cycles version because Cycles is good with interior renders, reflections, lights, and glass. I tried to model pillow myself, but it is time consuming for me, and so I found an asset which is looking very good, and this pillow is nice, but I wanna match their color with the couch, so I added a hue saturation for that, and with some tweaking I get the color what I wanted. Let's add one chandelier on the roof and some lights. These chandeliers remind me the Stranger Things where they make contact with the floating particles by just putting hand in that. That was cool. That's one frame looks very alone, so let's add another one. And a nice statue of this horse near that plant. I am feeling hungry now. Let's add some food and all the good stuff I have in my asset browser. For food, we need some plates. Let's quickly model one. duplicate it and add a small one also. Let's bring some fruit I made. You can download them, link in the description of my Gumroad, and also lots of free assets for you guys. Let's texture a window. I'll use this texture, place the UV somewhere it will make sense, and a cloth texture for the curtains. I am trying out different wood texture for the windows. Add one light out of the window to replicate the moonlight coming through the window. Some final tweaking and lighting adjustment. Now I need 3. Camera, so just find some good angle, duplicate original camera, make new one active, and Ctrl 0 to snap it to the view. With curve, I'll draw a cable. On this cable we will distribute some lights. Give it some thickness. Let's model small bulb for distribution on the cable. Give it 2 material, 1 emission, and with object info node, into color ramp and add some stops of different color, so when you duplicate this it will come with a different color each time, and we will use geometry node to distribute this on cable. Add a distribute on points node and an object info node. In the object info, select our bulb and plug that into the instance on points node and add a join geometry node. Plug the mean geometry and our instances into the join geometry node and play with the density to find a good distribution. After all this done, let's animate the cameras and with some more noise modifier to give it an handheld movement. If you trying to achieve the handheld movement, just add a noise modifier on the x and z axis and forget about y, because y is like for a vehicle bump, so we don't need in our case. And make all the keyframes linear for smooth movement. And for the render setting, I used 1024 samples with the denoising turn on with optics. I rendered them as a png sequence, specify folder and hit render. And here we go. Thanks for watching.